Welcome to a special edition of the All for the Culture podcast. And why I say special edition is we have our most special guest on the show today because she is someone's mother, and she is not only someone's mother, she is the rapper of one of the greatest rappers to ever come out of Chicago since Kanye West era. And she's here with us today, Momma Capone. How you doing today?
I'm all right.
I'm so glad to have you in Texas, Houston, Texas. You know, actually, we've been talking to her since the beginning of actually All for the Culture started about doing the interview. And it took some time, but we finally got her here and everything was good. So, first thing I want to know is, I'm in LA gang, right? I don't got to get jumped in, right? I'm already too messed up.
No, you ain't got
I'm already too messed up. I don't want to get jumped in or anything.
not that type.
So first I want to know about you. Like, did you grow up in Chicago?
Of course.
Yeah, that's where you were born and raised?
Born and raised Chicago.
Oh, okay, same part or a different area? Where?
Southside.
South side?
Logan.
And you have any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I got two sisters and a brother.
Oh, okay.
All
And
born in Chicago.
were you ever involved in that kind of, you know, what Chicago brings, like some of that street life or some of that, or were you able to manage to stay away from that?
Rather not say.
You rather not say? Okay. So, let's talk about LA. I want to know LA as a kid, as a young kid. Like, what kind of kid? What kind of kid was he? Was he a shy kid? Was he an extrovert?
You know, as a little kid, he was cried a lot.
Okay.
He cried a lot. He was spoiled, right? Like, he was spoiled to the core.
Okay.
So, but he was a good, smart boy. He learned how to read at like 4 years old.
Okay.
But all around good kid, you know.
Good kid. Yeah. So, when did he say that I want to start rapping? Like, well, before that, what rappers did he like to listen to growing up?
Little as a little kid,
Master P. Make him say. That was his song.
Yeah.
Make him say. Yeah, that was my song too. For sure. I think that was a lot of people that age song. You know. So I want to know, like, you know, these rappers, we always hear about what they do now. I want to hear, like, my mom always tells me funny stories about me. I know moms have the funniest stories. Can you give us a couple of just funny stories about LA where the whole family just cracked up?
He was a clown, so he constantly stayed doing clown stuff, you know,
Yeah.
all the time, making us laugh. And one time he put on my daughter weed and took a picture. I got a picture of it. I'll let you see it on camera. I'll let you see it on camera. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna post that. He probably wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
I'll let you see it later. He had on a wig and beads, like
Yeah.
necklace, looking like a girl.
So he wasn't afraid to just have fun and just
be a kid. I mean, he
be
had a
himself,
childhood,
be a
right.
kid.
He had a childhood where
Yeah.
he didn't have to grow up too fast.
Yeah.
None of that. He was a little boy. You know, he grew
regular.
up in 600. He grew up Chicago, low end, and then he moved to the suburbs for some years, and then he came back and he moved to Georgia. But
Yeah, I want to talk about that.
yeah.
You said I read an interview where it said he was always irritating everybody. He was the only boy and he was always irritating everybody.
He used to make my daughter cry a lot.
Why? In what ways?
You know, like taking her iPad and you know, teasing her and stuff that she had. He used to call her Sideshow Bob because I used to twist her hair and
Yeah.
the twists all over. He have her crying, calling her Sideshow Bob.
So why he went down to Atlanta? Why did he do that?
His dad had moved to Georgia and got married.
Okay.
So he asked me could he come and stay with him, and I told
Yeah.
him it was a hard choice. It was a really hard decision for me to let him go, but
Yeah.
I let him go, and
Yeah.
it was like one of the best things that I could have ever done.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, I feel it for sure. So you said that he used to hang out with the OMG girls.
I think they had like a little group they was in, and they used to ride their bikes to Six Flags. They all
Oh,
season
okay.
pass stuff. So
Yeah.
they were like good. They were like friends.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool to see where they are where they are now. You know, his daughter and everybody, and that's crazy how they were all just became stars and everything. That's really insane. So, how did you feel when you found out LA wanted to be a rapper?
I wanted LA to do whatever it was that he wanted to do.
Yeah.
He started off wanting to be a football player. You know, he played football and he was actually good at it. But he got scared because he had a hole in his heart.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So he one day we went for just a random checkup and they told him he had a hole in his heart after the first season of high school football.
Oh, wow.
He got scared. He didn't play.
Yeah.
He was scared he was gonna die.
Yeah. So, actually, I forgot to ask you one more thing about LA. How long was he in Atlanta for?
5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah, from like
From what age?
grade to 8th grade.
Oh, 8th grade.
Early 8th grade, he came back to Chicago to stay with me.
Oh, okay. And so he came back when he was just becoming a man, starting to
He
grow
came back
up.
because his father actually got killed in Georgia by
Oh, wow.
Georgia police.
Oh.
And so he had to, as soon as it happened, I sent for him to come home the very next day.
Oh, wow.
So it was like a real big adjustment to go
Yeah.
from the country into back to
Yeah.
the city, you know. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah,
it was a hard transition.
we talked about that. You said that when he came back, he had a hard time. He had a hard time fitting in. He had a hard time.
Right. You know,
adjusting.
when he came back, he was wearing like the rosaries
Okay.
and tight pants.
Yeah.
Like the boys wearing now. He was wearing that, and he was wearing the Vans
Yeah.
when he came back home. But yeah, he was in 8th grade, and that's where he met JB.
Oh, okay.
That's where him and JB met, and they became inseparable.
Oh, okay. So how did he? So, do you feel that's why he may have started to hang out with the people he hung out with and did things that
he said that in his own out there.
Yeah.
You know, by him being the only boy at home, no other brothers at home.
Yeah.
So when he got in high school and he started meeting Tay and the 600 boys, I remember he had a friend. I think his name was Malik.
Yeah.
I think he took him over to 600, and that's where he met those guys.
Yeah.
You know, that like became his second family.
Oh, wow. Okay. And so what about out of 600, who was he the closest with out of all those guys? Who was he the closest with?
You know, I really didn't know those guys like that. I didn't know that. I knew Lennar. I didn't know L.A. Capone. You know,
okay.
So I really didn't get close to them or start really interacting with them until shortly before Lennar passed away when he got shot the first time. That's when I met Tay.
Okay.
That's when I met Tay. And,
what year was that?
2012.
Okay.
That's when I met Tay, and I met Jess though. I knew Jess Blow, whatever he called himself these days. Yeah, I met Jess Blow too, and they used to come to the house sometime, but I didn't really let Lennar have company. You know, he couldn't like smoke weed at home, or he couldn't do the stuff at home what he could do at other places. So that's why he kind of chose to be outside more often, or stay out as late as he possibly could, because he couldn't do that stuff.
Hey guys, so we're back again. All for the Culture's back again. Another day, another talking to Momma Capone. Want to know some more stuff. I wanted to first talk to you. I don't know how much we spoke about it yesterday, but talk about LA Day this year, and what you have planned, and what you want it to be, where it's gonna be. What do you have? What is your idea? What is your thought for this year?
I'm really thinking about like having like a red carpet event this year.
Okay.
It would have been his 21st birthday, so I want to do something special.
Okay.
It's gonna be better They only get better every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one I think 21 is like special.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do something different.
Oh, well.
I ain't gonna
it is
say the
different, yeah.
location until it get close to
Yeah.
it, but it's gonna be nice.
Well, we should go ahead and make.
All for the culture.
We should
gonna
go ahead and
be
make
there.
the announcement right now. Yeah, all for the culture gonna be
be there. They
sponsoring
gonna
it
be
and helping
sponsoring
out,
some stuff.
sponsoring some stuff, and you know what? We're very blessed to be this is the first time a company's been able to be involved with LA Day, and we really appreciate that. That's such an honor.
Yes.
We take that as such an honor, and I told her as long as I'm not in the hospital having surgery, I am there. So I was telling you yesterday, and I said, why didn't I tell this story on camera? So remember, I was telling you I did the research for the interview, and I was listening to LA's music and everything like that. And my grandma, she walked in my room, she kind of, and it was so crazy. This is when I just realized that good music is good music, right? It doesn't matter where you're from. Cause she walked in and she goes, "Oh my God." The way he changed, she didn't know it's called flow, so she goes, the way he changes these things is just amazing, and his voice and just so amazing. And I just started laughing. I just said, I gotta tell Momma Capone when she comes, she gonna find a kick out of that.
Wow.
I just thought that was so funny how. So do you get a lot of fans from overseas hitting your
Yes.
Instagram and stuff?
Africa, Australia, Canada, everywhere.
And you only
Switzerland. I send shirts everywhere.
Yeah.
I haven't been shipping shirts lately, but yes,
Yeah.
I done ship shirts all over France, everywhere.
Y'all leave her alone for a little bit. She's not shipping shirts right now. I already asked and everything. I got mine on reserve, but stop asking her. She's not ready to do it right now. You told us that y'all didn't live in 600. Where did LA grow up?
You know what?
About?
Actually, when he was probably about, I'll say 5 years old, we lived on 600 for probably about 4 or 5 months. And somebody pushed some garbage cans up to my window and broke in my house, and I moved, and we that's not somewhere where we lived at.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
he never
but y'all
lived
stay
on
close
600.
by. Y'all stay close by.
I'll say maybe 10, 12 minutes away from
okay.
it.
Oh, okay. So and we were talking about. I was just asking you about the global thing about how. So and you didn't know he was global until after he passed, and you started getting all these.
Yes.
That's when you realized, wow, my son was already.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, at the funeral, I had got buttons made.
Okay.
And everybody wanted a button, so I didn't have enough. I think I made maybe 150 buttons, and I was just giving them away.
Okay.
But then people I had just had an email. I didn't have Instagram or anything. People kept emailing me. They wanted buttons. I said, you know what? I'm going to get these buttons and I'm going to sell them.
Yeah.
So I got 50 buttons.
Yeah.
Sold those real fast. Then I got 100 buttons. Then I got 200 buttons. And I sold them. I was selling them for $5.
Yeah.
And they went so fast. I was like, okay. So I just flipped the money a couple of times. And then I said, I'm going to get shirts. I'm going to get shirts now. So I got shirts, and that's how I started doing the shirt thing.
I never actually got to see the shirt. What was the design of the shirt?
It's a lot of different ones. I'll let you see something.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of different shirts.
Oh, okay, cool. And you designed them all yourself?
You know what? Fans.
Oh, really?
Yeah, fans
That's cool.
They were designing them for me, and then when I make it come to life, I will send them 1 or 2 of them for free.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, because we definitely gonna make a special one for LA Day.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely gonna make something cool. I'm gonna design it. So had LA ever? You said LA lived in Atlanta. Had he ever visited Houston? And did you ever know if he was into any of the Houston rappers, any Houston rappers that you knew he liked or listened to?
I don't know, but
that's just a question I gotta ask because we here. You know what I'm saying?
He was in Atlanta, and I don't know about Houston rappers.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever came to Texas, but he was in Atlanta for 5 years, and then after he left, he was going back visiting.
Yeah.
You know, so
they would have loved him in Texas. They would have loved. I know that. Do you know around what year he started just playing around with rap and just kind of joking around with it, just kind of because I remember in the Zach TV interview you said he made something to
Like 5
Project Chick and these little beats like that, stuff like that.
And he was little then. He was probably like 7.
Yeah, because Project Chick came out a long time ago. When I was in like fourth, fifth
yeah,
grade.
he was like 7, 6 years old then when he was
Wow.
doing that.
Wow.
I
So
think
it wasn't
just,
like a lot of
I
these
think
Chicago.
It was just in him.
Okay, it was just in him,
I
like
think
a
it was just
natural gift.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can tell that because anybody who can do it that well and make it look easy like that, that's a gift.
Because I remember like some days before he passed away, we went to Great America and he was in the car with my brother. And my brother said that he was in the car and he was just like listening to some beats and then he just came up with something and he just started writing it, you know.
Yeah.
So he would, I guess, listen to a beat first and then put the words to whatever beat that he had in his head.
Okay. Okay. And do you know like around what age he decided like, all right, I'm gonna take this serious now, like as a rap career. I'm gonna really try
teen years when he started hanging over there on 600.
But had Chief Keef already blown up, or was it before Chief Keef?
No, it wasn't. No, he hadn't blown up yet.
He hadn't blown up. So it wasn't like you saw Chief Keef and then he decided like, oh, I'm gonna take this seriously. He had already decided way before.
Yeah, it was before.
Okay, all right. So you did he get into the producing side, the making beats and the learning how to like work the engineering or record himself on like the actual like in the studio?
Oh no, but I know he had his own little crap that he made it had hooked up at home.
Oh, okay.
Like I told you, he had like the little camera and some other little stuff. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But he had some stuff at home that he used to be recording at home a little bit. It wasn't high tech or nothing like that,
But he had learned. He took the time and learned the craft, the bars, how to count the bars.
Yeah.
Because I really hate when I hear rappers say, "Oh yeah, I just go in the studio and I just rap till the engineer tells me to stop." Like I don't know how to count bars. And I just be like, you don't got the respect to learn the craft. Like that's.
He was a smart boy, so you already know.
For sure. Did he ever like did you ever get the feeling, or did he ever mention to you that he wanted to step into the acting world or any other ventures he wanted to do besides this music thing? Any other businesses he wanted to do besides the music stuff?
He talked about when he got rich, what he was going to do with his money. He didn't say he was gonna like splurge and go crazy. He was thinking about buying a hotel or buying some other kind of businesses, not just like going crazy with his money.
Not just he wanted to be a typical rapper, invest in it.
He wanted to invest. Yes. Yep.
Okay, well, that's good. That's smart. And so you were saying yesterday, so he never, so all those interviews that you see on LA, he never used to tell you, hey, man, I'm going to do an interview or anything like that. And
only the Zach TV one.
Oh, he told you about that one before it happened?
He told me. And then he told me about another one. I think it was We Are the Truth Tellers.
Yeah.
Maybe, I think
it was him, Tay, and Rondo sitting on the couch together.
Yeah, he told me about that one, but I didn't see it until after.
Yesterday we talked about a couple people, but I actually forgot a couple people. What was his relationship with S. Dot and Huncho Hoodo and those two guys? Because I know he did some more song with Huncho Hoodo, and then I think he did a couple other records, correct?
Yeah, I don't really know the relationship with S. Dot. I know that Hoodo used to come over and pick him up.
Okay.
Pick him up a lot. I remember him coming to pick him up when they was doing the some more video and bringing him some shoes and stuff to put on for the video, but I didn't really know him until after. He just was telling me like, well, that's my big homie, and he finna pick me up or whatever. And we in a foreign and all that,
We in a foreign.
Yeah, I'm finna get picked up in a foreign.
I saw
I'm like, okay, boy.
I saw the Zach TV interview where his grandmother was saying, "Robin jeans, bring them out."
Yeah, my mama is a mess.
Those were his favorite pair of jeans, Robin jeans.
He I think he only had like 2 pair. He had a whole bunch of
he was big
True
in style,
Religion.
Huh?
Yeah, I think I
had
bought him a whole lot of True Religion jeans, Mech jeans.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. I remember one time I bought him a pair of Mech jeans for Christmas, and he was living in Georgia.
Yeah.
I sent them down there to him, and when he came home, he had the jeans. I was washing his clothes, and I could tell he had cut them and took them in himself to make them straight leg because they were just regular. I was so pissed off because he had them cut. So if you take the thread out, they were just tore up. And he messed up like a perfect pair of pants. I think I paid like $145 or $50 for the pants. I was pissed off at him, but he didn't care because he didn't pay for it.
Yeah. I remember he told that story about we clipped the thing onto his
the cross.
medallion,
He was like
and
5 or 6.
He cried like
yeah.
You have another story kind of like that where he just booed and cried, where y'all used to tease him about it.
He was a crybaby. Like he cried about everything when he was a little kid, and he always used to say it. I'ma cry, like, Mama, could I have a donut? And you tell him no. Well, I'ma cry. Like, okay, cry. But I didn't let nobody. I hardly ever not gave him what he wanted when he was little. He was spoiled. He was a spoiler boy. I anything he wanted, because he was my son. He was my only son. I was so happy I had a son. I used to realize call him King. That didn't come from him passing away. King L.A. King. Like, seriously, I honestly seriously called him that for a long time.
You know, we did briefly talk about Tay, and you said him and Tay were like brothers. They really stuck together.
They were close. And I remember Lenore telling me a story that him and Tay had a fight, and he had a mark. I remember him coming in the house and he had like a scar under a scratch. And I was like, what happened to you? Who the fuck? Like, who scratched you? Yeah. I'm thinking a chick did or whatever. And he was like, no, me and Tay, we was slap boxing. We got into it because Tay was mad because he'd been over there with JB for too long or too many days or whatever. I was like, oh wow, y'all girls. That's girls. He jealous because you spending too much time with him. But I guess it was just all love.
Yeah. So with who's left out of 600, whose music do you like the most, or who do you think has the most star potential to make it out of all the guys who were in 600 or still in 600? Or
I don't know, because I don't listen to their music.
You don't listen to their music at all?
Nope.
Do you listen to any of the drum music at all?
I'm not gonna even lie. I don't even really listen to raps. I mean, I listen to L.A. Capone because that's my son, and some of the Tay stuff, like when he records stuff before he drop it, he always send it to me, and I listen to it or whatever. But I don't listen to it. I don't look at their interviews. I don't do none of that. I don't. I try to stay out of the loop. I don't want to have. I try not to form no opinion about anything. So if I don't see it, I don't look at it. I don't know. So I don't have an opinion.
That was funny yesterday when you FaceTimed him and you said, "How you know you didn't even call me to check if I'm alive. You don't even know if I'm alive." He said, "Mom, I seen you on FaceTime and on Snapchat. I know you alive." And then when he said about Sugarland, I said, "I told you I don't come from the hood." So you had said in the interview that he went to school with Herb and stuff.
Yeah, they went to grammar school.
Did they stay in touch past that, or?
Herb and my daughter are still really, they good friends. I just was.
You daughter Lala?
My other daughter, Lanika. Okay. Her name's 600 Boy LA sister. I saw she had put a post on Instagram. She do makeup. Okay. And she had made her face up to look like she had got beat up.
Oh wow.
And I see her in the comments like, who did that? Like, where they at? He got right straight on that. Like he wanna fight. And she was like, no, this just makeup, and they just laughed about it or whatever. But yeah, they've been known like since 3rd grade.
Yeah, could you imagine if they got to do a song together?
Yeah. That would have been
That would have been crazy. Did he have a relationship with any of the other Chicago rappers that are big now, like Bibby or like any of them?
I don't know if he knew Bibby, but I just know he knew Herb, and we all come from the same area with Katie. Katie got banned.
As I was about to ask you, you had said that.
Yeah, Katie
she started rapping because of
Katie is just like my niece. I've been knowing her before she was born. Her mother. Okay. At one time, me and her mom was best friends for years. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we all come from the same neighborhood.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. So sometimes when you all come from the same neighborhood, and then say y'all's children have an issue with each other, how does that affect the mothers and the parents and stuff?
It's crazy, right? But the thing is, we come from the same neighborhoods, but the neighborhood's been broke up. So these kids don't know that we know their parents. I told you, just like when I first ever seen D Rose, he was in my house. I came in the house and I looked at him and I was like, "What's your mama name?" Because you look like somebody I know.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Her name Tasha." I said, "Mo Tasha?" And he was like, "Yeah." I said, "Oh yeah, I know your whole family. You know your grandmama, your granddaddy, your mom, everybody." But he didn't know that I knew his mother. You know, I didn't know him. I had never seen him. So, and it's a couple of the other kids like that. Leonard, the other boy, what is his name? McAdoo.
Okay.
I know his dad. I didn't know that was his dad until just a few months ago. He showed me a picture. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I know your daddy. Been knowing him since like teenage years.
Yeah.
Over 20 years. I've been knowing him before you was born."
Yeah.
So it's crazy because how everything got broke up, like from being the projects, and then they tore everything down and everybody just got scattered all over everywhere. So people don't know who is who.
Yeah. So like, well, what do you think made it go? What do you think? Because we talked about this on Zach T. When Zach was here. What do you think? Because at one point it was we get into a beef, we get to we gonna box, and then it went to now we gonna shoot. Why do you think it went to that? Why do you think it switched to that?
I don't know. I guess because people got more access to guns.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, for sure.
So why I need to fight you and I can shoot you?
Yeah.
I don't feel like fighting.
Yeah.
Just shoot.
Yeah.
It's sad, but true.
Let's get it done quicker, and let's get it done all the way.
But the thing is, you shoot somebody and you kill them, you can't take it back. It's over. It's done.
Yeah.
It's no do-overs, no nothing. You know, that's just like me being at court, and when this person got found guilty, then they want to tell me or lip sync, "I'm sorry." No, you're not. You know, I'm not mad at you. You did what you did, and you gotta face.
But you're not
judgment.
sorry.
Yeah, you gotta
sorry.
face. You not sorry. You sorry you got caught.
Yeah.
You got sorry you in a jam.
Exactly.
That's it. You not sorry that you did it because you sat and you waited and you plotted and you waited.
Yeah, they said there was like a trail car or something like
But it's the thing. It's like they waited outside. So if you got 30 minutes to wait for somebody to come out to kill them, that's 30 minutes you got to change your mind and say, "I don't want to be a part of this shit. I'm finna go. I don't want to be in it."
Where you want to be is where you're going to be.
Right. That's exactly. So you can't say you sorry because you're not. You had plenty of time to think about it before you did it.
Yeah. And we're just waiting on one last guy to be sentenced.
Yeah.
And then it'll be we pray for that, man. Hopefully that. So how did LA inspired Katie Got Band? She just heard his music and just was like,
she used to be over a lot,
Yeah,
seeing him rapping, and she wanted one day was like, "Leonard, write me a rap." You know, she wanted him to write her a rap, but then I don't know whatever happened with it.
Yeah.
But she ended up rapping.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Girl, Leonard inspired you. If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't even be a rapper today."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. And you talked about also you had known FBG Butter's mother too.
Yeah,
correct? Yeah,
I still know her.
You know her. Yeah,
I know her. Yeah,
know
she's
her.
a. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they her.
I know FBG Duck mother too.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Like we all come from the same neighborhood. We all grew up on the low end.
Yeah.
All us, but our kids just didn't grow up on the low end, so they didn't know each other. So they grew apart and they didn't know each other.
Yeah.
So this one, they end up in this gang and they end up in this gang, but we all grew up with each other.
Yeah. How hard? I mean, how hard do you think it is for these kids to stay away from the gang? Is it almost like you have to join a gang to be considered cool or considered to be in the in crowd?
You know what? I don't think it's so much as being cool. I'll give you Leonard's situation. He grow up, he move out of town, he come back. He the only boy in our house. You know, my brother is, around, but my brother was years older than him. He
Yeah.
10 years older than him, so he doing his own thing.
Yeah.
So Lennar had to find somewhere to fit in at,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and have some friends to be around, so he wouldn't feel like he didn't have nobody. So them became his friends, and then he got in the game.
Okay.
It's just it's not.
Yeah.
I don't think they just boys set out to say, "Oh, I'm going to be in a gang."
Yeah.
I don't think it
Yeah.
happened like that. It's just
Yeah.
what happens,
Okay.
you know.
Okay. You're saying you were talking about your brother was the one. He was a little bit older.
Right,
than
my
him.
brother,
That was the
10
one that
years
on the Zach TV interview was talking about taking him to the studio when he recorded so loud and him acting like, oh, y'all don't like so loud. Y'all like so loud. And that's one of my favorite songs. So
Yeah.
loud. Yeah, that's just I love that song.
Yeah, him and my brother became really close as he grew older. You know,
Yeah.
they became close. They, like my brother said in the interview, they didn't have like a uncle nephew relationship that like he was trying to boss him or control him. They had more of a friendship.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, just lead by example. And
Right.
Yeah, that's. So yesterday you said something to me that shocked me, and I went home and I had to look it up. You said that the killers of LA Capone actually tweeted something, and so I looked it up. Are you talking about one of the killers saying LA's last words were no or something like that?
they had posted some stuff on Instagram. No, not that. When it happened, they posted like that they shot him. And my niece, I remember it being my niece screenshotting it, and us being at the hospital and the police coming and them saying like they really couldn't use that. That they couldn't. That's just they couldn't use that. But at the end of the day, one of the people that made the post is one of the people that are in jail for this right now. Yeah.
They're telling you they can't use that. Come on, you guys use that all the time against everybody else. You know. So so how does it make you feel now when you can clearly tell artists biting his style or taking his like? Does it make you feel good?
It don't make me feel bad. It sometimes it make me smile. Like, oh, he trying to do that just like LA. Like they certain like hand movements that they do when they rapping and all that. I'll be like, oh, he got that off Lennar.
Yeah.
I do that. I do it all the time or my daughter be like, Mom, look at this. He trying to do like LA or whatever. Like that circle so small starting to look like a dot. I hear so many people saying that's or something that's close to that.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. Drake said it.
Really?
My circle's smaller than did he say that? My circle's smaller than a period or something like that? I think he said something like that. So something, yeah. So that's crazy. You know he follows Chicago. You know he follows Chicago rap.
Yeah.
So you said that Breezy and all them started rapping after LA Capone passed.
Yeah.
And I had read some stuff last night that Breezy actually put out the song because a lot of rappers were coming at. How does, as a mother, and you hear that, how does that make you feel? Just like, come on, he's gone. Like, leave him alone.
Let him rest in
alone.
peace, right? Let him rest in. I mean, I get that every day on my Instagram when I'm on. If I put some on live, if I'm on live, every time I have to block somebody out of my live on Instagram for them saying something stupid. Like, what you study talking about them for negative? What's it's not point? Hurting me. What's the point of it? You don't have nothing else better to do with yourself but to come on. It's millions and millions of people on Instagram. You want to come on mine and say fuck LA or rest in piss and all that. All this type of. It's just stupid to me.
Haters are fans too, though.
Yeah,
So
yes, they are.
Haters are fans too.
Yes,
so when they hate on my YouTube, whatever they hate, Culture Vulture this.
Yeah.
He not black. He is that. You watched it. I got the money from it. I got the view from it. Thank you. I really don't care.
Exactly.
I really don't. I know. See, the thing is that I realize the truth hurts, and if it's not the truth, it's not gonna hurt you. You're not gonna care. I don't think there's too much more that we didn't cover. I know a lot of people want to know about all that, that E-Day and all, but you don't, and Tay and snitching, but as soon as I talked to Momma Capone, that was the first thing she said she did not want to talk about.
So I'm sorry. I know you guys are expecting that on the interview. That's not on it. It's not gonna be on it. Y'all don't even watch the whole thing if you're gonna look for it. There might be little things here and there, but we did not talk about it. That's not what LA was about. That's not what I feel like Chicago's all what Chicago's about. That's not what rap culture is about, anyways. And we're all for the culture.
Exactly.
And like I told you yesterday, you see all these channels and they never ask about nobody's music. And it's like, these guys are you interviewing an artist or a criminal? Which one? Like, which one? I don't get it. I think we covered everything. I appreciate you coming out today. I know you don't like to do too many. I wanted to ask you that. Why'd you decide to do this one over all the other ones? Because you told me that you do get asked a lot and you block a lot and you say no.
Yeah, people be asking me a lot and want to ask me
Why did this one feel right, or why did you like this one?
I don't know. It was new, and I don't know. I just felt like it was right. This one was right.
Okay.
I don't.
That makes me happy.
Yeah.
That makes me feel
good. I just felt like
though.
it was right.
All right, man. Well, we out. And, you can catch us at www.all4theculture.com. You can catch us at All for the Culture Show. And you can catch me on Snapchat, Twitter, and IG at Hip Hop Handicap. And would you like to shout out your IGs at Momma Capone?
Momma Capone.
All right. And LA Day is when?
September 17th.
September 17th.
It's going to be on a Sunday.
Is it open to the public?
Yeah, it's open to anybody that loved LA.
It's open to anybody that loved LA. So if you come out, please come out. We don't want no drama. We don't want no problems. We want to have a nice, fun time and just celebrate LA's life.
Yeah, it's been peaceful. Like, we never had no problems.
That's crazy. That speaks volumes of what LA meant. That you were telling me that the guys will come and they'll just let it go for that day.
Yeah, it be peaceful. No BS.
That really shows you
if you love LA, then come on.
Yeah, just come and just enjoy and have fun.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, we out.